The BBC News report focuses on the growing economic crisis in Venezuela. Throughout the reporter uses a downbeat and serious tone to be in coherence with the story. The report begins with a voiceover where footage of locals frantically queuing up to get toilet paper is shown. This is filmed to draw attention to the poverty experienced by the people that will later come up in the report. There is then a cutaway made to an interview with a 65-year-old man who should be retired. However, he is queuing up for living essentials. The camera gets closer to his bag, which is barely filled. Once again, this has connotations of poverty. After this, videotapes are used as fillers, which show the Venezuelan public in the streets. Vox Pops are then seen, where the locals talk about the lack of help from the government in their dire situation. A translator is used throughout these Vox Pops. Another cutaway is then made to the reporter on location with one of the previous interviewees. He interacts with him to show that the BBC is talking to the public on the ground. The camera footage was shot handheld, which is used to represent the uncoordinated, frantic behaviour of poverty-stricken people in Venezuela. As well as this, the lighting is very bad. All of this is done to purposely make the report spontaneous, to reinforce that the BBC is on the ground speaking with the real people in crisis, and not instead only in a high-tech professional studio in London. A panning shot of people queuing is then used to draw attention to the significant numbers of people in need of living essentials. The cameraman then zooms in closer to the reporter, who talks about the economic conflict between Venezuela and the USA. Next, a picture feed, which is video footage filmed by the media and paid for to use, is shown to the audience. It shows the war preparation undertaken as the reporter, through a voiceover, talks about propaganda against America. This is highlighted in an interview with a Venezuelan man who claims the country is close to being attacked by the US. More videotapes are then used as fillers. They highlight the poverty in local areas. These moving images focus on propaganda, art and graffiti, which denote government suppression and neglect of the public. This gives greater scope into the feeling of the Venezuelan people. The latter part of the report moves on to talk about the effects of the economy on life expectancy, and an interview is carried out with a cancer surgeon who is poorly paid. The doctor talks about rising mortality rates and increase in breast cancer diagnosis, which he believes will lead to possible humanitarian crisis, for which the reporter repeats his words for in disbelief, to make the report more dramatic and to draw attention to the significance of the doctor's words. Then, images of the Venezuelan people are shown. Afterwards, a final filler shot of a scenic Venezuelan rural area is shown, and then the reporter signs off.